Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And they'll begin by running the option. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This is taken at the 18. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Play action. It's gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. To the air again. Goff. Forced out to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. First carry now for David Montgomery. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A play fake, now fields to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A slant to Jones. Touchdown, Bears! Velus Jones from 21 yards away. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on third. Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff on the move to his left. It's caught at the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Swift is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Swift again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run with Swift. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw, Fields. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And he is going to have the Bears first down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Play action. It's Fields. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Goff now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. He'll get it inside the 20, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. That is caught, and so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Goff looking to throw. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his own end zone, Fields. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd down, Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Gone. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Flushed out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On play action, Fields. He's got some room to operate. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, it's gone. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds from 13 yards out. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll roll him out right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shot. Probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Buying time to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here we go. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Patch it. Shell it.
Second and 10. Goff again. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Goff on first down. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Throwing again is Goff. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. All eyes on Fields. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
He's got Claypool, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On first down, Fields.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Fields now to throw.
Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff.
Able to connect with Chark, and they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
Back to throw, Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Let's go, baby.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Goff. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Off play action. Here's Goff. They'll roll him out right. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it, Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now a first down throw. Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields on the move to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And